Wandering. Oh, no, it's a number 3. Number 3. So we go to Pater's Random Treasure Table. If I can find it. There we go. All right. D8. Ooh, I rolled an 8. Higher is definitely better. What do we got? Oh my gosh. No, that's the best. But is it the best of the best? Anyway, the result for number 8 on my random treasure table is an incredible find. You gain a magic ring that can cast a spell once per quest. It is a ring of, and most of these spells are kind of duds, not super useful. One of them is probably the most useful one. But we're going to roll a d6 to find out. And they do get better, I think, more effective spells, more useful spells as the number goes up. So I want a high number here. It's a magic ring of 4. That's not going to be terrible. Swiftwind. Okay, so I don't get a lot of use out of Swiftwind as a spell in my arsenal, but I can see that actually being useful to the barbarian, to just or just to other characters in general, to just kind of like, well, if they have to cast it themselves on themselves, what would be super valuable is if you didn't have to use an action to activate it, but you could just be like, it's automatically, boom, one turn, you get the effects of Swiftwind. And if you're curious, Swiftwind, how does that work in my rules? I think it doubles, that's right. So you get, automatically you can move 12 spaces, and if you want to try and sprint while under the effects of Swiftwind, then you can... How did I do that? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I had a way of thinking about it. I am starting to deteriorate. I'm going to take a lunch break. I'm scheduled to take it at 11:45. We'll see. I might take it a little earlier. We'll just kind of see how I feel like I'm doing. But I feel like my mind is having trouble I'm losing focus. So I'll definitely come back whenever I take my lunch break. I'll definitely come back for at least some more streaming today after lunch, and see how that feels. And then the end of today will determine, I think, what my schedule is going to be probably for the rest of the week. Might make some changes. We'll see. What the crap? See, this is what I'm talking about. He got... Okay, that was the... Who found the ring? That was the elf. Okay, so he's got a Ring of Fire of Wrath already. So now I'll do... Ring... O... Swiftwind. Alright. That might be useful at some point. Maybe I should figure out how much those things are worth, so I know how much I can sell them for. But that is the elf's turn. Past the Grit says, I remember that I picked up the original HQ back in the day for $9.99 on clearance at Toys R Us. Okay, that sounds about right. So maybe my memory is correct that it was about $20. Because for clearance, 50% off, that sounds about right. Well, unless maybe it was really deep clearance. But, oh, that's interesting that it was on clearance. So many people. This should not have been a game that was ever sold on clearance anywhere, you know. I think it's just this, it was this hidden gem. And so revolutionary in what it did at the time to try and take the complexity of D&D and streamline it into something that pretty much anybody could play. And it inspired, of course, so many tabletop dungeon crawls, you know, that are more board games than RPGs since then. Yeah. Okay. So that was... Oh yeah, that was the elf's turn, so he's done. Dwarf. Do I want to have him search? Maybe. No, he should get working on this door. That's his function in the group. He needs to get working on the door. Oops. So, let's see here. Anything but a black shield. Yay! Okay, so this door is then unlocked. And opened as well. Okay. So he can... Oh no, he moved, so he's done. So that's the dwarf's turn. Wizard, just going to catch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. Alright, Zargon gets a threat. Still not enough to trigger a trap when I go through into a new corridor or room. Back to the Barbarian now. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like we got a skeleton in here. Is it going to remain a skeleton? I don't think so. No, it's going to be a cave spider this time. Yeah. We got to get some weird animals that maybe a mad scientist would want to have on hand to extract samples from, or maybe this is a creation of his in the lab. I don't know, but I'm ready for this. This is the cave spider from, I believe, Descent 2nd edition. So I'm going to put him right here instead of the skeleton that was originally intended to be there. There is a stone wall down the other side of the corridor. So not really anywhere to go there. And Bane Spider. Let's look at the stats here. He's got an attack of 2, a defend of 4, body of 2. Man, this thing is kind of tough. Mind 1, move 6, web and poison. Well, we better figure out what those are all about. Web. Targeted hero, again, this is triggered on a 4 through 6 instead of making an attack. Targeted hero places a web token on their character sheet. At the beginning of every turn, they roll 1d6 per token. On a 5 through 6, remove 1 web token. A hero with any web tokens on his character sheet may not move. Cool. That is again going to be more valuable in like a larger setting with other monsters at play, so that you could stop them from moving and make them vulnerable in some way. I was just imagining, what if instead it stopped them from attacking, but they could still move? And so I was imagining them like wrapped up in a bunch of webs, but still like kind of waddling around like a penguin. No, I'll just keep it as is. What's the other ability? Poison. And so this is basically like disease, I think. Or no, this one was a little bit harsher. Targeted hero places a poison/disease token on their character sheet. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same. It just got its own entry. Okay, so I definitely, if anything, would want to go for the poison token. But the Barbarian, has he... Where was he? 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, so he could actually go in and attack. He hasn't taken an action yet. He could go here, and he's going to attack with 5 attack dice. Just 1. And dang, this cave spider gets like 4, did I say? Yeah, that is kind of crazy. But he gets no defense. Still, he's still alive though. I might have to rethink this. That is pretty beefy for, I guess, like just a replacement for, what was it, a skeleton? Yeah, this guy seems way too beefy to be replacing a skeleton. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Maybe I accidentally put him on the wrong line. Okay, so let's see here. That's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Elf, can we get in there? Actually, you know, I think we can. Because the elf has the Acrobat ability. And I made this up. The elf may move through enemy figures, but must end his movement in an empty space. After ending his movement, the elf player individually rolls 1 combat die for each enemy space he moved through. On a skull, the enemy gains a free attack against the elf, who may roll defense dice. So he's just a lot better, basically, at Reckless Charge. It's not a guarantee he'll be attacked, and if he is attacked, he gets to roll his full defense dice. So, yeah, that's totally worth it. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to stop here. There is nothing else to set up in this hallway. It's still just the stone there, so there's nothing else he sees. I do not have enough threat since he's moved into a corridor now. I'm one threat short of being able to spring a spear trap on him right now, so everything so far that he's done goes through. Now we need to see if he was attacked. I believe it's just on, what did it say, a skull? Yeah. Alright, nope, the enemy does not attack. So he made it through, and he just gets to do his attack now. And he gets 3 attack dice. 1, that could be enough to finish off the Bane spider, or the cave spider, I mean. It is. Okay, great. Does this thing leave behind any loot? It does not. Alright. Okay, so that's the elf's turn. Let's look now at the dwarf's turn. Dwarf. Okay, dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there's really anything of note that he could do right now. So yeah, we'll have him just stop there. The wizard. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. I'll go there. Alright, Zargon has another threat. So at this point now, in a new corridor or room, I do have the threat to trigger a spear trap. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Alright, let's see here. That totally broke my train of thought. But it looks like the wizard's done. Oh, I think I gave a threat to Zargon. So now I can go back to the barbarian's turn. I think I probably will take my lunch break at 11:30 instead. And still plan to come back at 12. I don't know. I'll think about it. But let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Barbarian's turn. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's done. Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we go. So does a trap trigger? Yes. Does he see it coming? He does. So we haven't run into this scenario yet. But what that means is... Oops, sorry. There we go. What that means is... the trap is here and untriggered. I think... Well, you know, I better look this up. Oh yeah, I do place a marker for the unsprung trap. So he avoids it. He's safe on this space, but it's still considered a trap that can spring, a spear trap. So I do need to mark off the threat for it, and it needs to be disarmed. That or everybody has to jump over it and try to succeed. So he'll just stop there for now. There's nothing else to set up in this corridor. We've actually been here before, haven't we? Have we? Yeah, because we came through here, we went through this door, and then we took the long way around. So that's the end of the elf's turn. The dwarf's turn, well, he's supposed to be able to disarm this trap, but he can't be in the same space as the elf, so I think I'll just wait and move forward the wizard just a little bit. Give Zargon another threat. Cycle back around to the barbarian's turn. He's not going to go anywhere, so he'll just stop. Elf is going to step forward just one off of the trap there. Dwarf going to come up here to the trap, try to disarm it. Anything but a black shield. Crap! Trap goes off. And does he take damage? He does. So the dwarf is now down to 5. Still doing just fine. That's the end of his turn. I'll move the wizard up just a little bit right here. That's the end of that. Zargon gets a threat. And we cycle back around. Barbarian, get back in the lead here. Lead the charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll stop there. Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, nope. I ran out of threat, so I can't spring one here. But we do need to see what's around this corner. There's a wall there and a door right there. Okay. So he's gonna stop right there. Does he have the crossbow? He does not. I don't want him getting in the way. He'll actually take one step back because I'm gonna want the dwarf there to help with the crossbow at this door. Okay. Let's see here. That's the end of the elf's turn. Now we do the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfectly puts him in position. Can't really quite see what I'm doing here. I'll try to move the camera to a better spot for it. See how I'm kind of setting up to enter this room. So that is the end of the dwarf's turn. The wizard, again, just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Be ready in a support capacity. So that's the end of the hero's turn. Zargon gets a threat. We cycle back to the barbarian, who is, I think, ready to see what this room is all about. 1, 2, 3. Just going to open up that door. And what the crap is going on in here? Oh, this room does have bookshelves. So this is a really nice piece. Holds up really well. Got 2 of those. Figure they're going to go right there. And we're going to have to move this camera around. A little tricky for me, but there's a mummy that's going right here. We've got a table in there. Pretty basic piece, but still nice. And this is going to go right here. And we got a boatload of bad guys. Do I want to swap any of these things out for something that's a little more laboratory feeling? Let's see, there's a note here, D. Oh, that's about the treasure in this room. Okay. So this place, we're not going to fight Melar. I kind of forgot that. I was wondering if we were going to fight Melar, but no, because long ago a powerful wizard by the name of Melar created a Talisman of Lore. Unless, I think there's one of these quests where there's some wizard you find who did a weird experiment and turned himself accidentally into a zombie. So, and you are alerted to the fact that this is the wizard that did that, but that's not this quest. So there doesn't seem to be a big bad boss. But let's see. Maybe there's something thematic in my monster conversion chart here. Let's start with looking at that mummy. Instead of the mummy, I could do an elven archer, a dark priest. That doesn't really sound like a laboratory thing. That's more cultic, ritualistic. A sorcerer, or a naga. Let's do the sorcerer, and let's just in headcanon say that, you know, he's not necessarily the most powerful wizard in the world, far from it, but he at least figured out how to slow or stop his aging process in the lab here. And so I'll replace the mummy with a sorcerer, and we'll say that's Melar. Why not? Okay, let me find a sorcerer who's going to have an uncanny resemblance to Elderast. So yeah, this is that's what I'll use for the sorcerer. Sorry, I know the light's not the best there. I've got the camera in a weird spot related to the light that I have shining down on the board. So yeah, no mummy. Instead, we'll go with sorcerer. And then we've got 2 zombies and 2 skeletons. bet I could do something interesting there. Oh, for sure. Let's see here. In place of 2 skeletons, I could do a Manticore. That thing's going to be huge. So, like, the rooms in Descent First Edition were just a lot bigger on average, and so it wasn't a problem to have these kinds of figures regularly appearing in the dungeons that you're crawling through. In HeroQuest, it's definitely more problematic. But I'll put the Manticore there. It has the smash ability, but I might want to make that smash ability automatic. I don't know. It does make me hesitate. Well, I'll see. We'll see. So that replaced the, what was it, the 2 skeletons? Yeah. Got 2 zombies. I think instead of 2 zombies, one of them will be, I'll take out the 2 zombies and put in 1 Wendigo. Which I've also heard pronounced Wendigo. I'm not sure which one it is. I thought it was Wendigo when I was a kid reading the scary stories that tell in the Dark book. But then I heard it said out loud by someone that I can't remember if they were, because I think it's a Native American legend. I could be wrong, but my vague memory makes me think that it was someone who probably knew better than I do how to pronounce that word. So I've been trying to say Wendigo, but I don't know. But the model in here almost looks like some kind of John Carpenter's monster. It's the face of the head in particular is really freaking weird. So yeah, we'll put that in there to mix it up. Put him right here. Seems like a good spot. That gives him decent access. And now let's look at these stat cards for these things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring the camera over here when I'm looking at the cards, just because it's really hard to crane my whole body over there. So we have Manticore. It's going to be in my M's. I've got this deck of enemy stats in an alphabetical order. Manticore. Attack of 2, defend of 2, body 2, mind 2, and move of 6. Double strike, that means he can attack twice. And Mystic Bolt. Both of these automatic. Mystic Bolt, is that just basically a ranged attack? Yeah, this monster may attack any hero within line of sight. So that's nice. That does help when he's kind of stuck, potentially. So wait a minute, are you saying he doesn't have Smash? I think he's supposed to have Smash. I think all creatures that take up more than 2 spaces automatically have Smash, so I'm going to say that he does, but I don't know that I'll need to use it. So that's the Manticore. And then the Wendigo. Has an attack of 2, a defend of 6. So he's a spry little sucker, or giant sucker. Body of 2, mind 1, and move 8. Double strike. Okay, so like the other guy, like the Manticore. So they can both attack twice. That's pretty nasty. That kind of nastifies this room. We also have this Sorcerer, though. What's going on with him? What the heck? Where's the rest of my monster deck? Here we go. There we go. Sorcerer. Attack of 3. I assume that's magic. Defend 2, body 1, mind 4, move 4, Mystic Bolt. So that means that his attack dice of 3 would also apply to a ranged target. And Concentrate. That's interesting. We gotta find out what that's about. Concentrate. This activates on a 5 or 6. This monster may immediately make one attack with double its normal attack dice. Huh. Interesting. Activates on a 5 or 6, though. I kind of feel like that should be a 4 through 6. Maybe I felt like it was overpowered, but there's only a 50% chance that it'll trigger instead of being a complete dud. Let's say if I decide to use it, that for now it'll be a 4 through 6. If nothing else, because this is a named enemy, you know, it's Melar. So I could kind of see it that way, but I don't even know if I want to do that. I mean, having that Mystic Bolt is pretty cool. Alright, well, that's the room. We've got it all out. Let me get the camera back so you can see it better. Okay. And was it the barbarian that opened the door? I think maybe at the start of his turn or something. So he's got to figure out what he's going to do, who he's going to go after. That Wendigo, man, has 6 defense dice. I kind of feel like he needs to get in there and start hammering on it. Well, maybe the Manticore. You take out the number of attackers as quickly as possible, not necessarily going after the toughest one right away. So I'm thinking the Manticore we should go after. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a shot. Here he comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 attack dice. Oops, let's get this out of the way. Look at that. 4 skulls. 4 skulls. And the Manticore gets 2 defense. So he only has 2 body. So like there's no way that he's going to be able to defend that. So there goes the Manticore. Wow, before I even had a chance to use him. No loot either. Oh well, that's freaking disappointing for everybody. So there goes the Manticore. And that's the end of a very successful turn on the part of the Barbarian. Elf. Who do we want to mix it up with? I kind of feel like we should go for the Sorcerer. That Wendigo might take some time to whittle down. Can you make it to him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's sprint. Let's sprint. See if we can make it. No, not even close. He biffed it a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. Okay, that's the end of the elf's turn. Man, I should probably be thinking about spells right about now. He can't attack. Should I cast a spell? Let's do... I'm going to have the elf cast Rock Skin on himself. Yeah. I think he's going to end up mixing it up or getting mixed up with some monsters and feeling a little bit vulnerable. So, all right, that's a good turn for the elf. The dwarf, man, I'd really prefer, I mean, he can't... You got the table technically taking up this space. If I put the dwarf here, he could attack diagonally here with his crossbow. But there's no diagonal position he could be in. If he's just straight on, if he stays here or here, he's going to be straight on with the Wendigo. And I don't think that's where I want him to be. I think I'm going to try and attack the Sorcerer here. Can I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to take a shot at the Sorcerer with 3 attack dice afforded to him by his crossbow. 1 skull. The Sorcerer gets 2 defense dice. Like a mystic shield. Oh, does not defend. Only has 1 body point. Man, anticlimactic in this room. Any loot on his body? Nope. Okay, well done, dwarf. Okay. Let's see. It is just about time for me to take my lunch break. Do I want to get the wizard in there? Do I want to get the wizard in there? Dang it. I mean, the Wendigo is going to come after the wizard. If he doesn't go in there, the Wendigo's totally going to come after him. I mean, why wouldn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs to try and sprint. He needs to try and sprint. Oh, cool. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the Wendigo could still maybe get to him. We'll see how it plays out. So let me take the Wendigo's turn, Zargon's turn, and then I'll be done for my lunch break. We give a threat to Zargon, close to being able to spring another trap here, just 1 point away. Now the Wendigo, let's see here. How many movement he has? He has 8 movement. He's totally going for the wizard, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, wizard. Good gravy. And he gets double strike. So he's attacking twice. He gets 2 defense dice, which isn't crazy. But against the wizard? Oof. Okay, that's a complete miss. 1 more. Okay, that's 1 hit. Does the wizard take damage? He rolls just what? 2 defense? 2 defense dice? Yep. No, he takes a hit. So the wizard is down to 2. And he's only got 1 healing potion. I remember last quest. That could... he could end up burning through those potions really fast if I was able to leverage enemies well enough to go after him. So... this could take an interesting turn. It's going to take a while, maybe, to whittle down the Wendigo. He's got a defensive 6. Just a body of 2, but defensive 6? I don't know. We'll just see how it goes when I get back from my lunch break. For now, I'm going to take a break until, let's say, I was going to take just an hour, but once I come back, it'll make it a little bit more even if I'm going to play until 1:45, and then I need to pick up my son a little bit after that. So I'll plan to be back at 12:45, and just give my mind a chance to really reset. I have been struggling with focus just a little bit. This has been a longer stretch in the morning than maybe I think I usually take. So anyway, yeah, I'll be back Arizona time. And you can just Google what is Arizona time right now to compare to your own time zone. But I'll be back Arizona time, 12:45, to do 1 more hour for today. All right, thanks for watching.